Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Vannin and this is Satisfactory. We're back doing another Satisfactory stream, and typical, it's just gone dark. Oh well, we move on. I have, as ever, been doing a few bits and pieces since the last time that you were here. Not very much. Just if anything, just kind of lining some bits and pieces up, and stuff that I fully plan on showing you, like how to do and what I'm doing and stuff like that. But in the last stream, we said that we were going to finish off. If nothing else, we're going to finish off doing the screws section. I'm almost certain we'll get that all polished off. In fact, if we head down to that location now, I think. So we head down. And here we are, down in the bowels. I got rid of the manufacturers. We've already got now some... So we've got some heavy modular frames and we've got some computers. So that should keep us ticking along. We should be able to make... some manufacturers now. So yeah, we've got motors, heavy modular frames, we've got plastic, so we should be good to get this up and running. So I call this like the pure iron factory because, well, we're using the pure iron recipe, but really this is like a glorified heavy modular frames factory. As I think all of this is to make, I think it's 6 heavy modular frames per minute. It doesn't sound a lot, but when you filter all of that down, it is quite a lot. And I meant to make myself a scene so that I could do this for you guys. So I'm just very quickly going to be opening my Excel, and which one is it? Is that the finished one? So I need to bring that down here. And let's very quickly make I don't want that, do I? I want this. He says I need to come very quiet. Because I'm making a complete mess of what I'm trying to do. So do that. We want a specific window. We want that one. That didn't work. So instead, well, none of that worked. So I'll have to figure it out another time, which is a shame. But anyway, I did an Excel. I'm slightly better at Excel than I am at OBS, only slightly. So, and I worked out that I needed. How many do I need? Constructors, 4 screws for cast screws. I need 87.6. And I think I might be getting there. So in each section there is 4. And in the first 2 sections, that section and that section, there is 8. Because there's 2 sections. I do have room to go longer as well if I need to. Right. This is just a singular section, but I can go further if I want. Like, those walls there mean absolutely nothing. I have like an entrance there and I have like a rampway there, and I'm kind of thinking, should I have like trucks going up and down? Would that be really cool? Who knows? It's the same as this stuff up the top. I have no idea whether I'm going to keep this or not. I may need another like section above. I'm definitely going to need another place to put stuff, because I need to do assemblers and I need to do manufacturers. But on the roof of here, like technically the roof is where the train station is going to be. And I've already started doing some work on laying some bits and pieces out for the train station, which I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I like these lights either. I quite like the idea of the pillars that I've got over here, but I also kind of don't as well. So I don't know. Anyway, let's start placing some of these down. Am I going to be able to... I need to get taller. That's what I need to do. Unless... Didn't want you. Come on, sit down. Damn it. So, how much do they sit down? I think this is the reason why I had a bunch of foundations running down here earlier on. And that makes a lot more sense now as to why I had those foundations. Come on. See, this is the one thing that I'm not a fan of the blueprint. I love the fact that they're, you know, trying to make it look or so you can see which way round they go and all that kind of stuff, but it's whatever the knack is, I clearly don't have it. And it's very temperamental as to how it goes. And now, you know, I can't now see where that goes. Oh, come on. If all of the rest of you went in, why doesn't this one want to go in? Come on. That's not what I wanted to do either. that in line. No, it's not. Why don't you delete? How? How is that even a position? And why now has it all of a sudden decided it does not want to place this blueprint? Is that it? Yay! Now it wants to work. So apparently all I needed to do was like remove half the building. Is this why I got rid of these? I wonder. Right. I'm not even going to attempt to... and then this needs to run through. Like that. Now, placing the next one should be dead easy, because if I just press that and then look, he says, should be dead easy, he says. Right, in this mode, you're just supposed to snap. Is it because I've got stuff underneath, I wonder? But they were snapping just fine earlier. You didn't place. So apparently it wants to snap there. There we go. Finally, something actually wanted to work. Right, now I'm going to have the same problems once again. Why would I turn the camera on? Does it want to just like... Wow, even that one there. And that one. Do blueprints, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Come on. How can you be bouncing from one thing to the next? There. How? I still don't understand how it turns around. I really don't. Right, you can come off that. Right, I think I'm getting the hang of it. But I don't know why these ones were so easy to place in. I don't get it. The blueprint bit works now. I say works now, it's probably me the entirety of the time. People will probably watch this and then be like, bang their head against a brick wall. You're doing it wrong. Well, that's on blueprint mode. Take it off blueprint mode. Swap it around. Lined up. It is. Okay. Back to this one. Slowly does it. Are you getting temperamental because these are here? Or is it because of the other machines? No movement makes sense! Why you do this to me? Blueprint mode. Didn't want to do that. Not in blueprint mode. Default mode. Part of the reason I built this like this was because the first blueprint I did, and I went to place it down, it wanted the foundation to line up against. This one now doesn't. I'm going to have to check to see whether they have changed anything to do with the blueprint. I don't think they have. I think it's probably me. Okay, so that rock is going to stop us from going any further that way for that one. But technically, I could add more here. There and there, if need be. But I don't know whether... Need to add it up. So run out. Marveloso. Right, so how many is it? So each blueprint has 8 machines. So 8, 16, then another 16. So 32 plus there, so that's 40 machines. And how many we got? 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. 160, plus we've got 160 downstairs. So that is 320 machines. That should give us enough constructors. As I need 8. So call that 90, call it 98. 98. So that's I only need like 120 machines. And then I need 6, 12, 18 assemblers. And then 6 6 manufacturers. Okay. So I have way more constructors than I need. But that does... So I've been umming and ahhing as to what I'm going to do with all of the materials that are around here. So I could definitely bring stuff into here due to the fact I have so many constructors here now. May I suggest that people should have like a plan and not do what I do? It looks good though. I mean, like this roof looks epic. I really like the way this turned out. I love the arch in it. And in the last stream, we're umming and ahhing as to what to do with this. Or what to do in terms of lighting. And that's it. So I don't have any more materials for it. So I'm not going to make a load. But basically... did like that. So I placed that beam down and then that snaps to that beam like it does. So that to me reminds me of like in like classrooms back in the late 80s and early 90s of the panels with the fluorescent bulbs in them. So I think we're going to go with those, to be honest, to create our light down here or in here. And what we have upstairs, we're probably going to get rid of. Like a light, I really like the pink light in here. Like this looks epic. And then when you come in here at night time, and it's all dark outside, and you come in here, it looks amazing. And fingers crossed that they decide that they want to sort out, maybe give a little bit more love to Lumin, and get that running, because my machine just won't run it. I don't know whether you have to have like absolutely epic like machine to run Lumin, but when I go into here, this would look amazing, because everywhere else would be dark, even though there is like a lot of windows in here. In here would still be quite a lot darker than what it is right now. But yeah, this does look awesome, and I think the pink lights with the turquoise work really well. They certainly, like, it is like, it's almost rainbow puke. I like it. That worked out really well, because like I did maths with it, and I did maths with this, and not that you'd notice, but I didn't really think about how many machines I was making. I just wanted to kind of fill the space, and I was going for like a feel and aesthetics more than anything else. But it does mean that I could have banks of machines doing different things. So I have the ones at the top. So I have 160 machines at the top that I could do like all of the iron bits and pieces. I was also thinking as well that I'd concentrated so much on like the end product of the heavy modular frames, I wasn't doing like anything else. So I was thinking about, you know, could I tap into some more iron and kind of like make this into like more of an iron factory. But maybe I change the name and the thought of what this factory is. So I'm calling it like the Pure Iron Factory. Or maybe I just like whatever the name of this area is. They don't name it on here, but I'm pretty sure on the Satisfactory calculator they name like the different areas. And maybe I name the factories after the area that we're in rather than what they do. So what I could do here, so maybe I go down the route of just whatever's in that area, and then I utilize what is in that area. So I have a lot of iron in this area, I have copper in this area, I have quartz in this area. There is coal over there. So there's 4 coal nodes there. And there's another copper node. Right, in fact, literally where my reticle is. And there is some iron not very far away. So I could make some more steel, possibly. All fantastic plans. And what's more, we already have the beginnings of like trains. We've unlocked trains. And something I did off camera, and the reason I did it off camera, it wasn't so that you guys couldn't see what I was actually doing. It was 100% because I've made mistakes with it in the past. I've not like lined stuff up properly, and I've not measured things out properly. So I did the train station. So I don't have like a jetpack, so did I turn flight on anticipating this? Yes, I did. I did a thing. So this is the train station. So I always do train stations as 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe, I'm not 1,000% sure on this, but I believe that if you go more than 4 cars, you need another locomotive. So this is obviously the one going that way. And this has got 4. This one here has 4, but has room for more should I want to get into like really big long trains or something like that. I don't know. Also, I wanted something to fill the space. So, yeah. I mean, technically, I could have like it coming in like here somewhere and utilize that space for something else. Who knows? But this might be one of those things where it's a very big building because of what's downstairs, but what's upstairs, there's not a lot. I find that a lot in Satisfactory as the raw material. Like when you bring in, so with quartz there, we have, it's a Mark 1, so that's bringing in 120 raw quartz, and then that then gets refined, and then it makes into those little fellas there, the raw quartz, and in order to make crystals, so that's using 37.5 raw quartz per minute to make 22.5. So 37.5 into 120. 120 divided by 37.5. Should actually have 3.2 constructors, which is then going to end up being 6.4 constructors in order to utilize all of that. Well, then silica goes even further, I think. So yeah, that's 22.5. And we're going to upgrade these to Mark 2s as well. And then we can actually start utilizing this silica a bit more. And we can also, like, you know, utilize it going into the awesome sinks, which that's probably what I'm going to utilize some of these spaces for, to be honest, is running the overflow up into the awesome sinks and getting them going through the awesome sinks. I then started working on like just shape really, and working on, am I going to do this up here? The answer to that question now, I think, is a resounding no. As we have more constructors than we can shake a stick at downstairs. In fact, I'm probably going to end up with constructors that are just sitting there doing nothing and are going to be switched off. Which would then be a case of we need to then start bringing stuff into here in order for it to be processed. Didn't think you would. So, with that in mind, do I build... Because what I'm thinking... No, because I could just... Yeah, no. I don't need to do that. No. I don't need to do that at all. The Z fighting down here, by the way, is the fact that I've got foundations clipping into the station itself. I haven't done it on the other side, I don't think. No, I haven't. So you can see the station here lines up with the foundation, and then there's this big gap between the station and the track. And what happens is when you start wanting to use your trains, like whether it just be a case of you're just going to hop on it and just head over to wherever, or if you actually place a train down and you drive it yourself. Not always recommended that, by the way. It does I've crashed more than once because, you know, of that. But anyway, there's this gap and it's just annoying. Like, just really, really annoying getting trapped. Not really trapped, but like you're in between the station and that, and sometimes as the train is coming round, you might be a bit too far away to actually, you know, get on. Whereas with this route, you are so much closer. So, you know, where I'm stood now was where I was stood before. But you really realistically want to be stood like here. But at least here, you're right up next to it. The train comes much, much closer and you can jump on the train. And in my opinion, it looks nicer. It just looks better. But I don't like the Z fighting. So let's get rid of that. Yep, don't mind. And how you do that, if you want to know, I left the because I obviously need to do this side as well. But you just basically place a road barrier down. So the foundation would normally go here, and all you do is where the foundation is, you just literally push a little bit further in, place that like that. And just hold down control. And then there you go. You now have, and you can just get rid of the road barrier then. And then place that to your heart's content. So you can see where it wants, where it's kind of like designed to snap, but you've created a new snap point. In order to, and then you're right up against it. Now over on this side, I could have taken it right up to the wall, but there'd have been a gap. As you can see, the gap is here. So I've utilized the ramp just to make it look a bit nicer. And one of the things that, another reason why I do this, so there's a couple of reasons why I do it. There's that, which just makes it look a lot nicer for me. But I'll be able to show you on this one. I just don't like the way that it ends. Like, I think there should be an end piece. And I also think that that should be closer. That's just my opinion. The game doesn't provide that, so I make my own. So I just create the softer line of the ramp. It just looks a lot nicer to me. I also like coated concrete. I'll probably leave this one this colour, but I may take it darker. I quite like the contrast of the steel and this. But yeah, the wet look concrete looks really cool. The coated, meant to reflect light, and kind of does. But this now begs the question: do I want all of this, or should this turn into here a bit further? I'm not really that fussed about moving this back because I quite like where this comes round, quite close to this this big rock here. And I'm unsure as to what this will look like over here. In fact, I picked up some tickets and there is some bits in the shop that I want. They're the half pipe things. And it means that you can make tunnels with them. Surface input. I need to work on that as well. Not sure whether I like that it's inside something. Like, it's sensible that it's inside something. But I'm not sure I like the fact that you just, like, it's just clear and you can just see everything that's going on around you. Maybe I need to do some kind of, like, class situation with it. Foundations. So, yes and yes. So that's 9. So we have, what, 3 left? Gates or them, gates or them, gates or them, gates or them, gates or them. Them. Right. So if I go to foundations, we now have our half pipe situation. And also our outer, like, rounded walls and stuff, which I'm hoping to utilize. So road barrier. Foundation. No idea if this works, by the way. In theory, it should. So that takes up a full foundation. What happens if I do that? So that goes there, doesn't it? So maybe if I do a wall like that, get rid of you, do that, and then foundations, go like that, and I want vertical, so that comes down to there, and then I do that like that. Let's see if I can do that. I need a wall. Place like that. Now, will the foundation just go up against that? Like, no, it won't. So if we get rid of that and that, and I want a and then I do one of them. The wrong way around. I know these have like a side. So that is the right way around. Why you like this? There you go. Now you're behaving. So if I did that, something like that, I don't know whether... Do I like this? Um... think I like this. Title says placing constructors, and here I am playing with train stations. Classic me. So then if I do I even need to do that when I have a half foundation? No, I don't. Don't even need to mess around with the other one. I'll just whack the old half foundation down. Well, you're not awkward to place the first one down at all, are you? Where are you snapping? And then be that. I mean, I'm not sure about it in like the open world, but in this environment, maybe. Oh, yes. Or it changes his mind and decides it wants to do something else. I mean, that's not horrendous, is it? Hmm. I quite like that as well. And now I really wish I'd bought the doors and the thing. So many more tickets we've got. Because I've got an idea. Might work. Where is the nearest thing? Is it still up there? No, there's one up there. So that's all we had before, wasn't it? 3. That's all they are. Three, yes. Get in there. Right, why do I want these? Because, so I'll do it here because you might not be able to see it very clearly when I make it down there. So, we need to be able to have a centre line. So there's our centre line, and then we move over and go like that. Then we can get this wall. Nope. Need to go over further. So let's try there. Right. Get the gate. Flip it around. Right. You should now line up, he says. You get the idea. I'll do it properly, but the idea being is where the train track comes through. That's not what I want. I want the railway track. I don't know whether I'm tired today or what. Right. So you can see the idea. So that's 3 high in there. So if you have 3 gates that side, 3 gates that side, as the train approaches, the doors open. And because that kind of like curves right down, the doors will disappear into those curves, so that you'll just effectively see like a round door, as it were, disappearing in. That's my idea. And it's I'm doing it very, very badly. I could have sworn I put a hard drive in here. Oh, nice. Right. Coated iron plate. Don't really care about that. Deuterium computer. No. Alternate recycled plastic. That'd be getting rid of the fuel. I'd like to try and make plastic by having fuel as part and parcel. So I'll take the Caterium computers because they make one. But I don't really... I like the location that we're going to make computers at. And I like the idea again of using the pure thing, and I like the idea of shipping water. Whether we run a big long pipeline, because effectively, I mean, we're right close to water right now, so we could be bottling up water here to send over, or we could closer to where we're going to make that computer factory down there. So you have water here, so we could bring water in. And but I don't know whether that is... I mean, is that deep enough? Got some downstairs, haven't I? You know, I handcrafted crystal oscillators earlier on. So I need one of those and transport. I want one of you. So what do I need for crystal oscillators, by the way? Production. Crystole oscillators. Where are you? Crystal oscillator. So, quartz crystal, cable. I just need to grab some crystal. Happy days. You're not what I'm looking for. Some of that, and then I want to go and grab some crystal, don't I? Up we go. We shall grab crystal from over here. We shall make 5 crystal oscillators. Finally get ourselves the bits and pieces to make a vehicle. I said I wanted to do that like about 4 streams ago. What am I short? Cable. Well, that's rather annoying. So I've just taken that recipe for computers. So could maybe utilize in a later thing. The fact that we've just learnt a recipe for these plastic and Caterium wire. That gives us more options for future. We froze again. Yes, we did. Transport. Explorer. We finally have an Explorer. And we'll put one in there. Keep one on us. Yes. Well, it sounds very different. Sounds more like a radio-controlled car. Doesn't sound like the Dune buggy anymore. Not entirely bad. Hmm. So this is where we are going to be doing our computer factory. And it's just up there. Okay. Hello. Game. Thanks. Doesn't look like anywhere around here is going to be deep enough, does it? You never know. Well, this definitely isn't. Production. Okay. We can put water extractors. Okay. So. Well, that is a geyser. So we can put in water extractors in here. Not sure whether they're supposed to be able to go in here, but they sit, or they fit, so they sit. Okay, cool. And we are like stupidly close to where he's planning on building. Because so we plan on having a railway coming all the way through here. And we've seen how big our iron shenanigans is, and if we're going to do pure copper here with that copper node, then yeah. And I reckon we only need just the one water extractor, to be really honest, but it's nice to know that 3 fit in there. Probably more, actually. Okay. I'm getting excited. Go away. I'm pushing entirely the wrong buttons. So. Yes. So you can see I sort of have plans. Like I kind of put plans together in terms of what I want to do next and where I'm going. Whoa. But yeah, I don't. And I'm also very easily distracted. Because I'm supposed to be building an iron factory. And then I showed you the train station. Then I got distracted there. And yeah, then it went from there. That is my life. If you go too deep with these, by the way, they just kick you out. In the water, that is. Right, you can live there. Enjoy living there. I hope it's everything that you hope it would be. I may be back. I may also forget that you exist. I don't think I can get up anywhere from here. And I'm frozen again. No, I can't. Because I need to be over there. Car, I lied to you. This is not where you live. You live over here. Enjoy living there. Okay. So. I think down the bottom here will be where we do... Well, where are we going to do the other bits and pieces? That might indicate as to what would be more sensible. And also, how am I going to get to that service layer there? Keep forgetting to turn Zoop on. I doubt I have enough silica to do all of this, but I want to take a look at what this looks like. Don't like the steel. Do like this. Don't like it like that. What I think I would prefer this. Yeah. That I like a lot. Materials. There's too much going on. Yeah, I like that. Doesn't need a door, just a gap. There's enough room there to get down there to be able to go and do bits and pieces that you might want to do down here. We may even kind of like... I don't know. Maybe not. And then we can come up here and do our business. Now that I've got the clear glass, this one, do I want to do clear glass for this? Because something that might work very nicely for this would be walls. Might be that. I do quite like that actually. So then comes the question, do I get rid of this to have the glass? Because I've now got the door there, the door can actually give me a snap point and I wouldn't need the frames. Not the frames, the pillars on the inside. Contemplation. But I do look like how clean this is gonna look. So that's 2, 3, it's not 4, is it? I mean, it could stick down like that. I mean, I don't mind it sticking down like that. I'll contemplate that as well. So that to me looks good. That now arcs over. Maybe bring the walkway out one more. Don't know. Don't know whether it needs it. I think it looks quite good that it comes out like that. One of the things that bothers me, like a lot, is these machines. When they're operating, they stick out. So, with that in mind, I don't think I want this. And I don't need any more constructors, but do I use this space down here? for the assemblers? Or do I have a whole floor dedicated to assemblers? Because I have more space above. And then maybe make a feature out of the manufacturers. That could be a thing. What sort of space do I have up here? There we go. We have quite a bit, don't we? So we could recreate the same ceiling that we've done downstairs up here. And then potentially have, even if we potentially don't have the space to go higher, we could recreate the ceiling nonetheless. And then enclose this in like we have done with this over here. Well, I haven't finished this over here yet. But my plan is to have factories within factories in this space. So as you can see, that wall there, which I'm still not 100% sold on. Think I might prefer the look of the steel beam with just the plain glass. And then ditch this. Might be too much blue. I think maybe the blue just needs to be an accent blue. And then over here, what I might do is I might ditch all of this steel work. Because I've got steel here. Don't think the steel needs to transition into this part. I think I quite like this look down here. So if I do that and then highlight that, which means that'll be the only thing I delete. Okay, let's get rid of that. So now I want walls and I want this one. I think when I get up to so this layer, I think I may go glass again. But I think coming down this way, this looks good. And I think I just prefer the look of rather than just the plain concrete. I think I prefer the look of the walls with that little bit of texture in them. I think that looks good. And you got your way in here, and that comes down and then lines straight up with here, which means that I think I want to make a change to these. I'm going to reduce some out, I think, because I don't think I'm going to need as many as these. And realistically, these are just to get from here up to the top. I've put a door in there as if I'm going to do a staircase. I might do a staircase. I'm not. Don't know whether I will or not. If I'm going to be honest, I think in here, where I was saying that should I do like another row down this way, I think the answer is no. What I will do though is I will do a staircase leading up into the next level somewhere within this. But I do think I'm going to get rid of all of this steel work. I can get rid of that because it brings it out a little bit too much as well. And just have clean lines with the concrete and the glass to show this off. Like if I do this, so that works for me. Or maybe I don't have that one like that. Instead, maybe I just have you coming up this way like this, and then there'll be the way up here, and then there'll be a doorway but no way up. So in other words, you kind of like have access points to here if you needed to, and obviously you could come all the way down the bottom as well, but every other maybe. Yeah, I like that. And then for the lights on this one, I won't actually need to use any power at all because I'm going to utilize these, which are the big signs. They're these things here. And all I do is just change the background. So this one to being white. Might play around with it. Might change it to others. To other colours or something. Have to see really. But yeah, and I don't think I'll need to use too many of them either because you know that is pretty bright. Now, if I did them on the walkways, perhaps. So just on the walkways, but not on these ones. So like on this walkway. So where it goes up, basically, is where it goes up is I would then stick there, there, and there. And there's 1, 2 walkways. Yeah. Maybe you need one at the beginning, I don't know. Well, I can unlock wall lights as well. Now that we're sticking some walls in, I can maybe like stick one there or something. But yeah. Right, how am I going to get up and down? To the outside. This new mode where it only does the stuff that you tell it to delete is a godsend. Awesome. Amount of times I've deleted stuff that I really did not want to be deleting. Yeah. I think we will delete out all of this, get rid of those lights, and then do like a ceiling. And if nothing else, it'll give us another floor to do logistics with in order to to go higher or go further along. How many? So for the assemblers, for the bolted iron plate, I need 6 machines. And then for the bolted iron frame, I need 12. So that takes us up to 18 assemblers. And they're going to take up a fair amount of room. And then I need 6 heavy modular... then I need 6 manufacturers for the heavy modular frames. So... I don't even think I should attempt... So, foundations, double foundation, or 2 foundations, sorry. And, no. 2 foundation. Change that to vertical. So now if I go to... So for a 16 meters, that's a fair old whack. I reckon I can sneak another floor in here, you know. This basically goes up another 2 meters. So that is our finished floor. Or that is our... That would be the floor. So... we would then have... 8 meters in order foundations. Production. No. The answer there is just plain no. Because how big is a splitter? Yeah. Well, we can most definitely do a logistics floor. That's what we most definitely can do, is we can do a logistics floor. And then we can then go up to the next level for our things. And at least we know where we are, because that's the railway line. And I've got one of those stupid boxes because my inventory is full. Yes, it's full. Okay, so I will get rid of all of this in between streams, I think. So I'll get rid of all of that malarkey and also move them to being 2 meter foundations rather than 4. I don't know why I made them 4. Probably wasn't braining. Doesn't happen often. And then I think this level, we've got 160 machines. And I need 20, 28. Yeah, that's more than enough. So I'll use the top layer of machines up here for going up to upstairs. And then the bottom machines that we have, I'll utilize these for all of the materials that are around us that we can tap and we can produce things with. So that's our quartz, our copper, our... What else have we got around here? Quartz, copper, What's up there? Copper up there. Copper node there. There's an iron node there. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Christopher. Late again. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'm good, thank you. How are you? And yes, Jacob, the time for a factory cart is getting close. I think I just need the tickets to be able to afford it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do there. And then this location... I don't know what to do here. I fought with placing the constructors and T. Good choice. So I placed the constructors like the first lot really simply, but then when I counterplaced the these ones, they weren't having none of it. They were not happy in any shape or form. So I got highly frustrated and annoyed with that. I've done my usual bouncing around where I can't focus on anything. So the computer factory, which is a future computer factory, the one that we had to look at the end of last stream, I was mulling over how I was going to get water there. But then I looked at the handy dandy map, and there's water here, and I didn't think that I could actually do it, but I can get water extractors in there. I think I only need the one, but that saves me running like miles and miles and miles of pipe, or doing like a water factory and then packaging that and then having water shipped up here via train. I can just do the water there, link the water back into what will be the train line that'll run through here. So it's going to run all the way through and link into here. So yeah, I can just run that along the underside of that and then into that factory. So figured that bit out. Finished off down here and decided that the top layer I'm going to use for the heavy modular frames. The bottom layer here I'm going to use for other things. And oh, there is enough. There's enough room. Stuck. Yeah, I don't mind like having overly engineered stuff in this game, to be honest, because it adds a little bit more to the game. Because you can kind of just do the bare minimum and get through, but I actually quite like things being a bit more challenging. but I don't believe in making things hard for the sake of making things hard. I've run out of inventory space again, haven't I? I forgot. Oh, and you missed out on me showing you lot the train station that I've started to play around with and see what I like and what I don't like. And also, I, in the past, have made the mistake of not measuring things out properly. So, yeah, the over-engineering is pretty cool, and you know, it is kind of fun to do, and you end up building on a very large scale. Like I mentioned earlier on, it's like a pyramid. Like all of your buildings feel like they should be the shape of a pyramid, as the raw ingredients that come into the bottom of your factory, and then you start you then make that into you refine that material, and then you start utilizing that material, and then it gets less and less and less and less and less and less in terms of the machines. So downstairs we have 360 constructors. Do we need 360 constructors? No. Technically, I could take one of the layers out, and that's kind of why I'm dragging my feet a little bit, because I'm still umming and ahhing whether I should actually do that. Because 160 constructors, I need like 100 and I could use 120 constructors. So I'm like, should I take away that other layer of constructors and just utilize that layer and put all of my other machines in there? That's a thought. And probably quite a good one. But I'm unsure. I really am unsure. So it's kind of why things have started to grind to a halt, because I hadn't really thought about how many constructors I'd made, if truth be told. Do I want to do that? Or do I just want to stop? Do I even want that? I probably should show you the front of this building. I got all designery. And that's the front. And I only noticed the other day that it's not symmetrical in terms of width. And once I noticed it, the pyramid thing does make, yeah, it does actually make a lot of a lot of sense to almost tier it, almost like a cake to a certain degree, kind of like starting with a big wide base and then, you know, getting slowly higher. Like the desert it's been mulling over in my head. There's so many different resources in the desert. Like, should I just do like a big build in the desert where I just pull all the resources together and then send those resources via train back? So make iron ingots, make copper ingots, so forth and so on, and then just ship them back. But but that's a lot. So, and if I was going to do that, then I did genuinely think about the concept of a pyramid. Also, big builds have a tendency to tank FPS, and the world doesn't run as well. So, alternatively, do I do lots of little factories out there? Same with another area of the map, which is called the grass plains, which is down here. There's lots of nodes, but they're not like, a lot of them aren't pure. Or do I just leave that? Do I do like a big central storage here? I don't know. I'm still very, very torn about what I want to do. There's an area down here that sorry, that's the swamp. So this area here. There's a lot of oil down here. There's a lot of oil here, and there's a lot of oil here. So yeah, there's so many decisions to make for this game. Biggest one that's affecting me right now is, do I want to make this building uniform? Or can I put up with the fact that it is not uniform? That's bothering me too. What am I actually missing? Oh, what are the dimensions? So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5. So I'm 3 short. 3 foundations. Again, something I could do off camera. Yeah, it wouldn't make much of a difference, would it? If I 1, 2, 3. And I keep forgetting that my inventory's full, so I'm leaving boxes everywhere. Yeah, I'll make it symmetrical. So do I then move all of that stuff? No. Is the simple answer to that? No, I don't. Okay. So this building is going to be 3 foundations wider. Okay, cool. And I think these down here will be more than adequate. And we'll take away the all of these. Take away all of these and we'll put our assemblers and everything up here. As much as it was a pain in the backside in a fight to sort these out. Yeah, we'll give ourselves a thingy layer. And then we'll do these. Fortunately, these are all blueprints, so these will delete incredibly easily. But I need to get rid of my inventory. Organization. Don't think I need 3, but store all. Store all. I do need you though. They will require like different stuff. So the assemblers will take 2 inputs. So they probably won't match up or line up with anything. build system in this game is epic. I love building in Satisfactory. Normally. Not gonna lie, I was holding back many four-lettered words earlier on when the blueprint thing wasn't working properly. Same as this new delete function that they've added in, where when you first select something, then press G, it'll only delete stuff. It'll only delete those things, as opposed to you going around and ending up deleting loads of stuff, which I have done far too often. Oh yes, I need those, don't I? Ah. Something I forgot to show you earlier, Chris. We were discussing lights in the last stream, and this is my solution. So that is a sign. Just a big sign. I've taken away the icon. Background none, text none, and just changed it so it's white. So the colours, I changed that because that should be the lettering colour, and I changed that for some reason, but it's the last one here. Just change that one, and it says white. And I like it because it reminds me of the strobe lights I used to see in a classroom when I was at school. So you get the box, and it'd have like four like halogen or fluorescent tubes in it. So I'm just gonna dot a few of those around. I think it looks awesome. What did I do that for? That one. That's a lot of cable and iron plate. keep all of that and that and that. Right. Loads of activities can be held in this space. Right, so how wide is this? Let's ignore those two there. Go from here. One, two, three, 17. If I ignore those ones, then it's 15. So 1, 2, start from here. So this is our middle. Oh, I don't have any stuff on me. And that's 12 of those, and I want 6 for the other thing. Okay. I then leave that space blank. 1, 2, 3. That's because it's the wrong way around. Hey. So that is all of the assemblers that I need. Now, I do need... No, I know what you mean. I actually do watch other content creators for this. Not really to get ideas, but I like it on in the background. I will very often have my entire workday with this on a screen in the background with zero with zero sound on, just literally just scanning it as I'm working. Need more plastic. So we now have enough plastic. Awesome. That's another thing that not everybody realizes. But you can link these boxes together, the holes are for, as well as, you know, having belts go into them. So I have the plastic coming into that one, then going into that one, then going into that one, and then it goes into that one. It can't go anywhere further, so therefore it stops. But it gives you 4 times storage space. As I really only want this to be making packaged fuel for the time being. Like eventually I will come to probably looking at burning this. As well as I've been out and I've had a look at some, I've got some other recipes as well. So I've got alternate polymer resin and stuff like that, which allows, so I'd be producing polymer resin and then I use the polymer resin to produce like plastic and stuff like that. Or there's that one there which is fuel and polymer resin. I can't quite remember. I'll need to go and let's have a look at them. I don't have any cased industrial beams, damn it. Let's go back, get those, and then I will where are they in? What do I do with my encased industrial beams? If you're encased industrial beams, where would you live? I did not want to come to the train station. This is where I wanted to be. Here are my... you can go in there, and then you can go in there, and then we have you. Right. What was I looking at? Refinery. Right, so polymer resin. So crude oil goes in, and then 130 polymer resin comes out along with 20 heavy oil residue. No. Residual plastic. Water and then polymer resin. Ah, there we go. So, alternate polymer resin. 60 crude oil goes in and you get 130 polymer resin per minute, and you also get heavy oil residue. You can then make the residual plastic, so that takes 60. So basically for each one of the for two of these, no, for one of these you make 2 and a bit of these. You just need to add water. Yeah. So making that, and I can make residual rubber. I can do the same thing. So I can make rubber and plastic just by having this. So this recipe will be for the plastic and rubber factory, and then this kind of recipe is for the fuel factory. So the alternate packaged fuel, heavy oil residue goes in, and you get 30 heavy oil residue and you get 60 packaged fuel just by adding water. So, and even with this, I'll be getting 20 heavy oil residue, so I'll then be able to make additional power with that anyway. So the plastic factory will make a certain amount of power, unless I do something. So, like, I could make a plastic factory slash oil refinery. Or slash power plant. All in one location, but it'd be massive. Absolutely huge. So, need to make a decision. I think I will have it separate. Just so I can have 2 separate locations, really. What am I doing? Go this way. Why is it not working? Yeah, the alternate recipes are like really fun. It gives you a reason to kind of like run about and go searching, go and find those hard drives and find the alternate ways of doing something. And they're more fun. They're more. I find them slightly more challenging, especially on the maths front. So. And also the logistics side of things. So, you know, having like the setup that we've got over there where we're making packaged fuel, you know, making plastic and rubber that way, but the other way of the plastic and the rubber means that you're doing one thing and then it goes into another and it goes into another, and you can kind of, especially from the point of view of like a design point of view, the having sort of like rooms, having a room where the heavy oil comes in and then it gets transformed into this and then it splits off. Then it goes into another room and it gets processed in that other room, and then it goes to another room, and so on and so forth. That fills me with a load of different ideas about how that can look and how that can feed going one to the other and then trying to fit in things like train lines and stuff. Well, the Pure Factory is pretty much done and dusted. I think I'm probably going to call that a stream. I was at work today, so I'm a bit tired. I think what I'm going to do is between now and the next stream for Satisfactory, which is 100% Monday, depending how I feel over the weekend, may slide in another Satisfactory. Who knows? Not too sure. But between now and the next episode, I will belt all of this up and get it working. The last thing you want is to sit for an entire stream whilst I'm down here, because not even I want to visually look at that, but I have to. And I'll also widen the building. And then we'll start looking at some fun stuff about how we're going to make it look cool, lights and different bits and pieces like that. I'll bring in the different belts, and then we'll have a look at hooking up bits and pieces. See if we can't get all the other stuff unlocked in the shop. And for me, the big thing for me is the aesthetics, making things look really cool. And those are the bits that I'll try and show you guys and get you guys involved in. But thank you very much for watching the stream. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'll let you know when I go live, which is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. When I stream, it's Satisfactory and Diablo 4 at the moment, but there are new games going to get added in the coming months. Hit that like button, subscribe and like. It's free. You know, helps me out massively as well. Helps me get more exposure to more people, and the more people that get to view my stuff, the better quality I can make. Fingers crossed. Maybe I can get somebody to teach me how to use OBS rather than spending the first 5 minutes of the stream trying to do something in OBS and failing miserably. Yeah, until next time, 100% Monday. There may be a sneaky stream over the weekend, who knows. But until then, take care of yourselves, guys.